Hello and welcome to the special report. On today's show, we are going to be tackling the Fine Brothers controversy, in which they are saying they're going to be licensing their trademarks to other YouTube content creators for them to use in their own right. We are talking about some of the trademarks that they have tried to file, including one particular one that has garnered a lot of attention and has contradicted everything they have possibly have said to try to explain off this particular issue. My name is JD Shadow, and the special report will start right about now. The Fine Brothers, who are responsible for such YouTube content such as Celebrities Reacts, Do They Know It, Parents Reacts, Elders Reacts, Teens Reacts, and Kids Reacts, there's a lot of reacts in there, are in a bit of a controversy because of their decisions to quote-unquote license their titles to other YouTube content creators in the hopes that they can expand on their brand. However, this has gotten such controversy stemming because people are scared that they are trying to trademark the actual format of reaction videos for their own and are trying to make money off of the format, either that or to make it all for themselves and hold a monopoly by taking down any content creator's video which uses that format. According to Mashable.com, it says, quote, "The duo behind the hugely popular Reacts videos is licensing the brand to other creators, and hashtag Team Internet is divided, or maybe just a little confused about what the deal actually means for them. The YouTube duo 5-year-old Entertainment's Reacts channel, which has about 5.7 million followers, will give creators worldwide access to 11 of their various shows and trademarks, including Kids React, Teens React, Elders React, Adults React, React Gaming, and more," Fine Brothers Entertainment announced earlier this week in a video which I will link to you in the description below this video. It goes on to say that some YouTubers feel that the Reacts brand is not theirs to license, viewing it as an attempt to claim profit over every reaction video out there. And in a Reddit thread that began on Thursday, one user pointed out what they thought was the underlying issue. And the Reddit thread says, quote, "The Fine Brothers from YouTube are now attempting to copyright reaction videos, something that has existed before they joined YouTube, and are claiming that other reaction videos are infringing on their intellectual property." And in that Reddit thread, one person went onto the Trademark electronic search system or test website and searched for what all patents and trademarks that the Fine Brothers had registered for. The list is very interesting. Let's go through all of those, and I will show to you a picture that I got of the search, because test.com, even if you try to archive it, will say that the search is expired and you have to search for it again. I have no idea why that is, but here we go. The first one is Kids vs. Food, Adults Reacts, Celebrities Reacts. We'll skip on number 4 for just a second because that is the big problem in this one. Number 5 is Do They Know It, and 6 is Fine Brothers Entertainment, which is their brand name. 7 is Lyric Breakdown. Number 8 is People vs. Technology. Number 9 is Try Not to Smile or Laugh. Number 10 is Parents React, then Elders React, Teens React, and Kids React. Now, these are the names of the series that they have given to them, so you can debate whether or not it is within their right to trademark these names. Obviously, we will get to those in just a second, but the big one here, the one that everybody is pointing to, is number 4 here. It is just the word react. No suffix, no FX, no anything accompanying it, just the word react. This is the one that is getting all the attention. Going back to the Mashable.com story, it continues, said the post ignited a thread of haters, vendors, and overall discussion about whether what Fine Brothers Entertainment is doing is fair, with one user writing, quote, "While we have no problem with people making money off of their videos, this type of shady third-party licensing has caused massive issues for us and led to it being banned entirely." However, Fine Brothers Entertainment has responded to these claims and has said in a Twitter post, said, quote, "We're not saying we hold a copyright on reaction videos overall. No one can. We're licensing out specific shows like TV has done for years." They go on, in order to further the clarification, said in a YouTube reply to that particular YouTube video, which I am linking to you in the description below this video, says, quote, "We do not own the idea of reaction videos, nor will we shut down anyone making reaction-based content. Of course, you can make your own React videos, but React World is an opportunity to localize versions of our specific series. This is also a way to create create a community on YouTube of like-minded producers and fans who want to work together and benefit from the guidance and resources that we can provide around specific FBE shows that we are making available through the React World program. Want to make a substantially similar version of Do They Know It or Kids Reacts anywhere in the world? The structural elements, not the idea of showing people reacting to videos in any language, and be given the use of our trademarks, a full Bible, guidance from the creators of the shows themselves, and be affiliated with one of the most popular franchises on YouTube, then licensed from us. Want to make your own brand new React show that has nothing to do with any of our series? You can do that on your own, and this license is not something you need. Now, they had actually responded to AMA on Reddit, but unfortunately for them, they had said that they cannot post one post within a 10-minute period. I don't know why that is. Maybe I don't know if that's the reality of what's going on there, but let's continue after they said this. Said Benny and Rafi Fine, here to clear the confusion and answer your questions. Please reply to this thread that we will be answering throughout the day. Please see below the clarification of what React World is. 1. We do not hold a copyright on reaction videos overall. No one can. It isn't something you can copyright. 2. We are not going after / shutting down / suing anyone who makes reaction-based content. We are licensing our specific shows and their structural elements. 3. On the confusion around what we mean by our quote-unquote format, we do not mean people reacting to videos. We mean the structural elements of the FBE series. Most FBE series have protectable elements, which is why you see multiple shows across entertainment that have the same idea but a different presentation. The FBE series, such as Kids Reacts, Lyrics Breakdown, and Do They Know It, also have trademarks in terms of their title and elements like their title cards, timing, graphical elements, etc., which is what you are licensing in terms of what we mean by format. And 4, we do not like to make parallels to TV, but think of it like this. You have a TV network in another country and want to make a singing show. You can make a brand new format on your own and come up with every aspect of that series and hope it works out, and it might do great. Or you can pay to license an established brand like an American Idol and make your version, which could increase your chances of success as well as give you the tools to produce the series efficiently. To us, this is a way to connect with our viewers and allow people to make their own version of a show they love to watch. Again, we'll be replying to this thread if there are any further questions. Okay, so that's really good and great. That's really interesting that they word it like that, though. However, the one thing that is on everybody's mind, the one thing that everybody is getting up in arms about is the one thing they did not clear, which is the number 4 trademark, the react word. Just the word react. They did not put anything else to that, just the word react. There was no context in there to take it out of. And that's what has everybody worried, because what exactly did they mean by react? Why are they trying to trademark that particular word? First of all, something like that is not going to stand up in court. It's going to get shot down without any bit of question, unless of course the copyright system from there works like the copyright system for YouTube, which has taken down quite a few videos recently. And there's a bit of a controversy that Doug Walker has stated in one of his videos, stating that it has not told anyone why suddenly the rules have changed for some YouTube content creators and how strikes actually work and what is each strike penalizes you for. It seems as though no one can get to a real human being unless they go through hoops to try to get to one, and that's a big problem for YouTube right now. There's been a problem for YouTube for years, and yet no one's even addressing it or recognizing that a problem exists there. So yeah, somebody needs to get on the ball with that. In this particular thing with the Fine Brothers doesn't help anybody, because the way they worded this, the way they came about this, makes me suspicious as to how they worded it. The fact that they say by our format we do not mean people reacting to videos, but then they also say the structural elements of the series. You know what structural elements of the series can contain? The reacting itself. They say the title cards, the graphical elements, and then the timing, and then etc. What is etc? First of all, what do they mean? They have to list every single aspect of it, because the way they worded it again does not make any damn bit of sense. And the timing, you want to know what's timing? Reacting. The fact of the matter is that you can take your time to say, oh wait, I remember that, wait a minute, oh man, I understand what this all means now. In fact, that maybe you don't understand the story of a particular show, or you're you're confused about something or whatever, that is, first of all, timing. And what is timing? What is that? To me, timing just means, okay, we are actually faking our reactions. What? If that's the case, then they don't really know what reacting is. Because I know for a fact that none of us are exactly faking our reactions. I know Omar doesn't. I know Amber doesn't. I know Peachy doesn't. I'm damn sure I'm not. And not just us, the ones that I know about, and I only list the ones that I know about, and I'm pretty sure I'm missing a few that I know. But what about some of the other ones? About some of the ones that we have no idea even exist yet? What about some of the people who are just starting their reactions? What about people who want to get into this sort of thing and want to know where to start and are getting scared because they might get targeted by something like this? Something that they have said that they're not going to target these people who are just making reaction videos, but how can we trust them when they're talking out of both sides of their mouth here? You can't trust them. You really can't trust them, especially when with YouTube it is a guilty until proven innocent sort of thing, when you have to prove that you didn't commit copyright infringement, that you did not at least intend to commit it. And that's a problem with YouTube as well. But in this particular case, because of number 4 on the trademark thing, we go right back to it. They're saying we do not hold a copyright on reaction videos overall. No one can. But it does seem as though from the trademarks that you're trying to file, Fine Brothers, that is exactly what you are trying to do. We are not stupid. We go looking for this stuff. We go find this stuff. There is going to be at least one person. There's always going to be that one person who goes and finds this kind of stuff and shares it with the world. They are not going to let you get away with it if they feel as though you are trying to con people and are trying to bully people. And it does seem right now is that you have not made it clear enough as to what you mean by timing, graphical elements, whatever. And yes, you could be perfectly honest. You could be perfectly truthful about what you're saying, fine. But until you go into further detail, we are not going to be able to take you for your word, especially when we take account every single other person who has been tried and has been guilty until proven innocent within the grounds of YouTube. And more along the lines of that, if it turns out that you are not being truthful and you're going and taking down videos that have these kinds of things out there, who's to say that if we go and make a counter notification saying, hey, you do not have the right to the Reacts format, just your own stuff, just your own particular series, are you going to be the 10th person out of the 9 that you would file a counter notification in if you were getting harassed by copyright trolls that you're going to try to sue? Because we know how that works, Mr. Slaughtering Grounds, the people behind that, and what happened when Jim Sterling smacked them down when they tried to sue him. You know how that went. You know how that went about. You know what happened to that game company. They got slaughtered. No pun intended. So yeah, you might want to tread lightly because these are shaky grounds that you are delving into. But this is not to say that you could not be truthful. This is not to say that we suspect you're lying, but we have reason to suspect that something is not completely kosher here. Something is amiss. Something is not right here, and we are going to make sure that you are on the up and up here. And even more along the lines of that, the YouTube comment you posted, you wanted to make substantially similar version of Do They Know It or Kids Reacts Anywhere in the World. The structure element's not the idea of showing people reacting to videos. The structure element, part of the structure is people reacting to videos. So again, what are you saying here? Are you just say not the format, not the reaction format, but our particular names of the shows and our particular way of doing it? That's all you really have to say, but you're making a lot of words and it's making people a little bit queasy about what exactly you're doing here. And when we see this from the Trademark search engine and we see this whole thing where you're trying to trademark the word react for what? I don't know. What does that mean? When we see that happen and then we see that you're trying to explain off what you mean by this, does seem like it's clashing a little bit. Don't you think it's kind of not adding up here? Do you not see this? I hope a lot of people do see this, and I hope a lot of people hold their feet to the fire and make sure that they are being absolutely 110% truthful to what they say. And if that whole thing with the react wording gets through the trademark system, I will be very surprised. Well, not very surprised given the fact that we know how the MCA works anymore. But I would be kind of shocked if that got through. I would be shocked that that got approved. The other ones I could say is hit or miss of whether or not they have the rights to it, because yes, it is what they name their shows, is what they name their programs. So you could make a case as to them having a right to trademark those in the format that they had, in the way that they are presenting it. And that's probably the word that they had to say, are the way we present that particular piece of content, the way we present that particular form of content. Not necessarily the content, not exactly the format in of itself, but rather the presentation we go about doing it, the way we present it, the way we put it out there, how we put it out there. But even then, there's still that whole idea of there's no easy way for us to explain it. Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh in that form. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm expecting them to explain the world about it. There's really no easy way to explain it, but that's kind of the corner they painted themselves in by doing this. They should have been right up front, right at the very beginning. They painted themselves into a corner, and this doesn't help when you have something that is contradicting a lot of what they said through everything, even with all the words they said through the Reddit thread, through the Facebook page, even at that point, even the YouTube comment. Just the whole idea that they tried to trademark the word react gives me suspicion, even after all of that, that something is not right. And of course, on YouTube, the only way that you're going to be able to get your word out there in order to make people listen is to escalate the issue. And I really hope that people do escalate this issue. Apparently a lot of people are. Hopefully this gets a lot of attention, and hopefully things get resolved, and hopefully the trademark system knows what the hell a brain is, and they know how to use it, and they don't give them that react trademark, and they absolutely smack them down about that fourth one. Everything else is hit or miss. You can have your own opinions on this, but that one react is the sore thumb in this that sticks out there. That really does. And just the fact that they would file for that in the first place makes me suspicious about every single thing. They have to explain why they did that, period. That's going to do it for this edition of the special report. Thanks again, as always, for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it. I would like to know your comments about this particular story. Please leave your comments down below. I cannot guarantee I am going to be able to respond to all of them, but I will try to read all of them at the very least. My name is JD Shadow, and that just happened.